Hey, everybody, Arkin over here.
And focus heal.
Keep back some more. Let's play Trails Through Daybreak 2. Last we left off, we killed the giant worm. It sucked.
What would you like?
I might as well take a bronze later.
Please stop by again sometime.
I can handle any man.
No, you can't.
Hope to see you again.
Yeah, I can't just run in there with like freaking 200 EP on yes and just, oh, hey, everybody dies? Let me just get a free full party heal, full party res. You only use it once every 3 turns.
Hope it's to your satisfaction.
It sucks.
Rightfully ours.
Like, given that fact, they could have at least let me freaking.
Wow, this is incredible.
That was delicious.
They could have at least let me freaking not have ridiculous amounts of delay on it.
It tastes even better with others.
Turn to the king. Now.
Alright, new 4 SPG. Eddie works at one of the roasted chestnut stalls I run, but it's been a few days now since he's shown up, and considering his past with Desire, I worry he might have had some sort of run-in with a few gangsters. Would you mind looking into what happened to him for me? If you need any more info to work off of, I'll be at the terrace in front of the station. And there you are.
Oh, yeah.
Are you the Thompson that sent in a request? Ah, yes, I take it that means you're the Spriggan, correct? You're a bit different from what I imagined. Well, the guy who usually does these jobs had to leave Edith for a bit. So we're helping him out by taking the request ourselves. We're fully equipped to take care of things as well as any Spriggan would. We've also been made aware of the goings-ons behind the scenes in the capital. You can rely on us. I see. In that case, I feel like I've seen that woman before. Maybe it's just in my imagination. Shall we get down to it then? Of course, whenever you're ready. Your request was about someone named Eddie going missing, right? That's right. I'll go ahead and give you the full rundown. You see, I run several food stands throughout the capital. Eddie started working in the stand selling roasted nuts at the end of last year. Eddie. That's a name from Van's notes. The son of the general store owner in Old Town, he used to be a member of the gang called Desire. A former gang member, sounds like foul play could be involved. Is that why you put out a 4 SPG instead of going to the guild or the police? That's right, but I'm telling you, Eddie's turned over a new leaf. He's a real hard worker. I just can't believe that he'd up and leave without saying a word to anyone. So, do you think you could find out what happened to him? What do you think we should do, S? Oh, chaos. Alright, leave it to us. Well, I certainly have no objections. Not to mention, if there's any possibility that he's in danger, it's my duty to help. I appreciate it. Find out whatever you can about what happened to Eddie. I'd like to lend you all a hand, but I do have to get back to work after this. If you've tried anything in the meantime, please feel free to contact me. Okay, we shall do our best. Alright then, I'll be waiting for some good news. Desire, huh? According to Van, several of their members were brutally killed a couple days ago. And now a former member's gone missing. It's certainly possible that these events are connected, but we shouldn't jump to any conclusions at this stage. Let's take things slowly. We should start by talking to the people in Van's network who might know Eddie. Well, we know who Eddie's mom is, don't we? Let's get to it, then. To Newberry General Store, so I can buy all the sweets that are flying around me. They just fly around me, but I cannot touch them.
Oh,
They are forever out of reach.
I guess so.
Forever out of reach.
Launching flare. Navigation point established.
Sure is. We rich? We'll be able to afford some stuff.
Look no further than. Let me know if you need anything.
Let's eat some oiled sardines. Yeah?
No,
Yeah.
you can't.
Please, come on.
Yeah.
No.
Oiled sardines.
Yeah.
Damn camera.
What can I get for you today?
Nothing? Okay, Energelly. They do have plenty of reviving balm, but that's like fucking pointless.
Please
It's so
come back
bad.
soon.
Well, I guess it can res on the quick.
Visiting the Weston
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Nylon parka. Trick shoes. Garbage. Nylon parka. I just straight upgrade on him. And every stat. Oh, okay, I never bought him anything. That would be why. Crocagator wallet. Okay, we'll get one of them. One of these so we can have increased speed.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Please stop by again.
Don't tell me what to do.
Stop by again.
No.
Okay.
3+6. There. Stop fucking missing, please.
On the roof of this building,
All he does is swing and a miss.
surrounded by greenery. What's on the menu?
50% peach juice. The other 50% mystery goop.
You are more than welcome to relax there.
Oh, that my eye.
Not the eyes.
Yeah, it's blurry. Left eye is blurry. Why is left eye blurry? The world may never know. Look, am I tired again? Possible.
That was delicious.
Yeah, maybe that's so possible.
Tastes even better with others.
Maybe not so impossible. I could be tired again. Don't know why or how I'd be tired again though.
Launching planner. Launching planner.
Here I go.
Oh, I never hit the bathhouse in the prologue.
Oh no.
Looking is always free.
Well, why still be in the prologue though?
No, I thought that would be like before the.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Welcome to Laguna.
Hey, Anya. Can I afford this? Yes, sir.
This is nice.
I'm burning up in here. Can I
Same.
leave already?
I feel
Hey,
nice
you.
and refreshed.
No.
Come back anytime.
Ah, you hate to see it.
Mm,
Oh. What do you mean up to level 20?
up to.
Lame. 2450.
Ta-da.
Give him 5 more strong. But Nadia has some solid crafts. Even with that +5 strength I gave to Swin, she's okay. No, she's still 2 ahead of him. 173. Okay, no, that's freaking. Like, I have no idea like how helpful these just a handful of points would possibly be. It also stinks that I can't freaking. I feel like I should put all these on the freaking van. So when he takes the Grendel, he can just Grendel the Grendel and just be freaking immortal. Just freaking solo god. Solo god Grendel. With a irritated eye. Because my wife never bought me the droppies. And she abandons me. How dare.
Don't be blaming this shit on me. Your drop's right here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's right.
Looking is always free. Come see us again sometime.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It's right here.
Let me see that. Let me see.
No,
Let me
you're
see
just
him.
gonna chuck it.
Let me see him.
You're gonna chuck it.
Let me see
You're
him.
gonna chuck it.
Let me see him.
Do not chuck this.
You knew I was gonna chuck him. You knew I was gonna chuck him. She knew exactly what I was gonna do, and she still let me see him. Are you Brenda? Yes, I am. I assume you're the substitute Spriggans filling in for Van. Would those even work
Yes.
for my issues? For my issues?
They might help.
They might not, though. You ever think of that?
No.
Yeah, you never think of the wrong. Yes, I am, and I assume you're the substitute Spriggans filling in for Van. He mentioned he might stop by while he was gone. Sounds like he laid the groundwork for us then. What a nice guy. Well, he may have a tendency to act aloof at times, but you can always count on him to take care of his own. That particular aspect of his hasn't changed a bit. He mentioned you as well, Elaine. You're here to watch over them in his stead, right? My, someone like you helping Van out? I guess he really has moved up in the world. That aside, we actually came here to ask you something. It's about your son, Eddie. Eddie, has something happened to him? I thought he was finally getting his life on track. I mean, he'd been coming by so often lately. But then he just stopped, and nobody I've spoken to or has seen or heard from him either. I'm starting to worry. Well, there's no need to jump to conclusions just yet. Although it is a bit concerning he hasn't been home recently. Eddie hasn't shown up at work either, so his boss at the food stand wanted us to check on him. That's why we came to you. We were hoping he might have told you where he was headed. That boy, causing trouble for his boss too? Well, I'm not sure how painful this will be, but when I last saw him, he seemed a little anxious, or how helpful this will be. He told me he wasn't going to be back for a while. I figured he meant he was going to be busy with work. I have a feeling he's gotten himself wrapped up in some trouble with that old gang of his. After all, they were pretty angry about him leaving. I'm worried they might still hold a grudge against him. I understand your concern, but I think that the chances of that are pretty low. Most of Desire's leaders are either dead or in custody, and as an organized gang, they're practically finished. Yeah, I doubt they have the manpower to go after everyone who left. Really? But that still doesn't explain where Eddie's gone. Listen, if you have the time, I genuinely appreciate you keeping an eye out for him. I need to make sure that idiot son of mine is safe. Leave it to us. We'll do everything we can to find him. Well, now we know he hasn't been home either. Couple that with the fact he didn't even tell his mom anything useful, and we're right back to where we started. The Blacklight District's probably going to be our best bet then. Considering the people involved, I mean. Actually, I suggest we seek out a more reliable source. I believe Van mentioned something about wanting to introduce you should the opportunity present itself. Using his iPhone, Elaine called up this particular reliable source. Hello there, you must be Van's newest little assistant. My name's Brabati and I'm a bartender. However, I'm also well known for my intimate relations with Van. Is that so? Oh, I'd love to hear any stories you have. Although I understand any hesitancy you may have about him, he's one of the best information dealers out there. Both Van and I make great use of him. But with that, let's get back to business. Brabati, there's something we'd like to ask you. Anything for you, Elaine? Based on the timing, I'd assume you'd like to know about the happenings surrounding Desire. It sounds like you know exactly what's going on. Of course I do. These past few days, the remaining members have been disappearing one after the other. It would seem the other gangs have finally declared a hunting season. Some of their members have faced capture already, though many have gone into hiding. Hunting season? Desire was an organization with its fair share of cunning leaders, and those leaders always made sure they were at the top of the underworld. To see their ambitions fulfilled, however, they made the choice to trample upon a number of other gangs. Unsurprisingly, this created enemies. Enemies who have the perfect opportunity to enact revenge on their past tormentors now that Desire's down on its luck. Is that the gist of it? Bingo. The situation has been escalating at a rapid pace lately. Most of these hunters aren't even attempting to hide who they're targeting anymore. Actually, it seems that one group was recently acting up at the Centre Marché. That might be a good place to start. Right, I appreciate the intel. We'll head over now. There's other things, after all, only the best for my dearest Van and Elaine. Swin and Nadia, darlings, feel free to use little old me to your advantage in the future. If you're ever in a pinch, just give me a ring. Of course, we appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Barry. Oh my, now, that's a new one. I'll be looking forward to chatting with you in the future, Nadia. Well, it looks like our next destination is set. What you think I'm doing over here? We're going over here for something for me, not for you. I'm over here for me. Again, you can be a little pouty brat all you want. I'm still gonna be awesome. I'm still gonna know everything that's going on in your book and how everybody's doing. I know it all, dear. You're so jealous of my power and the end of my ass. Nah, she looks at me. She turns away. She goes out there every day. We'll look into what the gangs are doing at the Marche and see if we can get some info on Eddie. Yes, we don't know for certain if he's the target of this hunting season. But you have to admit, the timing's a little convenient. No way it's not related. We don't have any other leads at the moment either. Let's find someone familiar with the Marche and see if they know anything. About this here hunting season.
Launching flare.
Yeah.
Be on our way.
Give me the Cristolus. The Tokenus. These portals are freaking borderline worthless. Like, yeah, sure, they let me... I don't know.
Oh, hello. Welcome.
Now let me get those proverbs of confrontation.
Now, welcome back. Oh, hello.
Actually, I'll buy another one.
Now, welcome back anytime.
So that was a waste to buy those twinkling rings when the proverbs were right here. There. Now, barring any evasive bull crap,
Take a look.
homeboy cannot miss.
Come again.
Get back in here and love me.
Which do you want?
Oh, you're gonna use the droppies?
No.
That's what I thought. Hey, because you're a coward.
What's on the menu?
I am the coward. I'm afraid I'm gonna become too awesome that somebody's gonna try and target me down.
Let me know if you need anything at all. Please come back anytime.
Don't tell me when to come back.
Anytime.
No! Don't
Anytime.
never tell me the odds.
Anytime.
For shopping.
Nope, those aren't the odds.
There are the odds. Anytime.
Nope.
Go back anytime.
Beat your ass. Young girl selling tender white fish. Yum.
Better not be window shopping.
I do what I want, Missy's tassels.
What? Done already?
What can I get for you?
The fuck? That's food, I guess.
Yeah.
The camel kebab. A camel meat kebab with a very satisfying bite.
I suppose.
Like, I do feel like people would eat camels, though. Would it be in here and then... Hey, Giselle.
You have a moment.
People going after former Desire members. Yeah, something like that has happened around here. Some people last night in the back alleys were wondering if I saw anyone that could be a Desire member. I didn't want to get involved, and personally, I think it's more interesting to watch from the sidelines. I see, it doesn't look like there's much of a hunt going on now, though. That's probably because they moved to another location. You're a sharp one. The Desire members aren't idiots. If someone comes to search you out, you'd naturally find a new place to lay low for a while. A place to lay low. I would think the most likely place to do so would be the sewers. Up until recently, Jeffrey and the others were using it as a temporary hideout. I think you might be just right. I saw some rough-looking types running in that direction a little while ago. I'm guessing they were found out and had to resort to bunkering down in the sewers. Looks like we got here just in time then. Let's head on out. Yeah, we should get going. Indeed.
Well then, shall we?
I don't know, dear, shall we? Oh man, he's getting his ass beat.
Getting beat up.
Eduardo! Damn it, didn't I say we were just... Did I just say we were in the wrong? Please, just let me go. I'll give you all my Mira. Shut up. No amount of Mira is going to pay us back for all the years of suffering you guys put us through. Desire's reign is at an end. Now get down on your knees and beg like the dogs you are. Heh. Guess the Desire pricks weren't so high and mighty after all. It pisses me off that we were under their heel for so long. How's about we tie their legs up and let them go for a swim? No, please, you don't really want me to die, right? What's with the sudden appeal for mercy? Don't you remember when you did shit like this? That'll be enough of that, I think. Sorry, but I'm not willing to overlook senseless violence. Oh yeah, Towel Gang. Who the hell are you? This is none of your business. Looks like that info was spot on. They should know what's going on. Well, they'll spill their guts one way or another. Although I would prefer we not resort to violence if we can help it. If you all answer our questions, this matter can be resolved peacefully. Hey, that woman over there, isn't that the Blade or something Bracer? The hell are you talking about? You think some famous person would get involved in our little spats? Look, I don't know why you're here, but if you get in our way, you better be ready for a beating. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Ooh, why can't you losers learn to use your brains for once? If you've already made up your mind, then let's get this over with quickly. And there he goes. Leave him be for now. We need to take care of the perpetrators first. Damn it, you let him get away. They're just a couple of brats. Come on, let's get rid of them. That woman looks like she can totally beat ass, though. She'll be too busy defending the kids. Just surround them. Here they come.
Just try and take me. Fine, let's play. You're freaking dead.
Yawn. Give me the old 1-2 tap-o. Alrighty, why don't you tell us what you know? I can't believe we lost to some kids and their chaperone. Hey, I can't move my body. What did you do? Is this string? It won't come off. Yup, it's a special thread of mine, as fine as spider silk. The strongest of the strong couldn't get out of this stuff. It'd be practically impossible for guys like you to get out of it. That's what you think. Well, if that won't hold you back, why don't we try this? Ha! Oh. What did you do to me? Ugh, I don't feel so good. So dizzy. All I did was give them a thread. Give the thread a little tug. More importantly, are you going to answer our questions or not? Honestly, I'm fine with whatever you choose. We'll just leave you here and wait for all the blood to build in your head. Do you want to know what happens after that? I know that you're concerned, but you can leave it to Nadia. This method never fails to get results. She won't cross any lines. Yes, well, considering you two were trained by the Gardens, forgive me if I have my concerns. I understand you have faith in her, but there's almost certainly a difference between what you and I believe crosses the line. Just know if things get out of hand, it'll be my duty to stop her. With Elaine's input, Nadia was made to perform a more subdued line of questioning on the gang members. In the end, they informed the group of their aims without creating any further fuss. So it seems that Eddie really was a target. Doesn't sound like anyone's managed to find him yet, though. I don't think they were lying, either. That reminds me. Brenda said he dropped by a few days ago, right? Yeah, and that's when he mentioned he wouldn't be around for a while. In light of what we know about the hunt for former Desire members, it seems most likely that Eddie hid himself away so as to not get his mother involved. However, there's no guarantee he can keep himself safe until the end. Our client's request was to figure out what happened to him. So, should we focus on actually finding him first at the moment? Or finding him first? At the moment, nothing else matters. In that case, why don't we head to the Sidon district? Based on what the gang member said, it seems that's where he's most likely to be. They did say that a former Desire member had holed up somewhere over there. It also sounded like they already started their search of the area. We should hurry. Should we, though? Don't play the gang game if you can't handle the gang over. She killed me, guys. I'm dead.
Oh yeah, so dead.
I'm not living.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Corn pizza bites, dear. You can have this one.
I don't want that one.
It's corn dough. You can have the corn,
Yep, I can. I don't want it.
but it's got special blended coffee with it.
Stop by again.
I guess I'll have that.
Yeah, corn bites.
No, the coffee.
Corn,
The coffee.
corn,
Coffee. You get
corn, corn,
coffee.
corn,
Coffee.
corn.
You eat the corn.
You eat the corn.
Nope.
Anything you want?
Alright. Dumplings.
Hope you get good use out of it.
I'm poor as shit now. Just a bunch of naked people. There's a police station in the area, so it should be relatively safe around here. However, this spot in particular is known to be a place where shady people frequent. No! Stop! Hey, what do you think you're doing? The kid's got nothing to do with this. Stop! Get back here! What was that? Let's go take a look. We just heard a scream. Is everything alright? These gangsters just came up out of nowhere and accused us of hiding someone. We told them we didn't know what they were talking about, but they took Frala with them as a hostage anyway. Frala? She's one of the girls on our team. Simon, our captain, went to go chase him down. It looks like we don't have time to waste. Do you know where they might have gone? The sewer entrance under the bridge would be my best guess. They ran off in that direction, at least. It'd be the most likely hiding place. Got it. Leave everything to us. The sewers again? It's like they're into the smell or something. No time for complaining. Let's go. Yeah. This must be the Satan sewers. Nadia, you sensing anything? Yeah, feels like a bunch of people just came through here. I think I can hear some voices, too. They must be up ahead, then. We're not too late. I heard that you two are quite skilled, but that was an impressive analysis. This does seem to be where the gang members ran off to. Let's remain cautious moving forward. Let's.
And we see.
I gotta save so much. Because I never know what the choices will hold. Anything? Nothing. Oh, I can get some CP out of that. That's neat. All these upgrade materials, that's kind of pointless. Let me check some settings. I want some zoom. Video map setting. Huh. Nope. There's no monsters down here? Seems a little weird. Little weird indeed. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Simon, come on. We all know about your friendship with Mark. I get that you're trying to cover for friends and desire, but even Eddie? That's real low. I'm only going to say this once. Talk about Mark again and you'll get a face full of fist. That's beside the point anyway. I ain't covering for anyone. And even if I was, Eddie left Desire ages ago. What, you think we just take his word for it? If you don't start talking, I'm sure we can find another way to get those lips flapping. Simon. The longer it takes for you to fess up, the more time we have to think of ways to put this girl to use. I'm sure we can have all kinds of fun with her, but if that idea doesn't sit well with you, maybe it's time to rethink where your loyalties lie. You dirty bastards! Who are you? I apologize for the delay, but we'll be taking it from here. Some wannabe heroes, huh? We've got a hostage. Try anything and see what happens. This girl's skin will split like a grape. A hostage definitely complicates things. If push comes to shove, we might need to rely on Nadia's abilities. Get your dirty paws off her! Captain Dropkick. Damn this kid! Eddie? Finally decided to show your face, huh? Eddie! Well, that was certainly unexpected. Fraula, get over here! Simon, got it. Don't worry about me. Take the kid and get out of here. Alright, thanks. Be careful. So the brat escaped, huh? But damn, you sure picked a good time to jump in, Eddie. Saved us the trouble of having to look for you. Look, if it's me you want, nobody else has to be involved. So you're Eddie, huh? You have a bit more backbone than I was expecting. We were asked by Thompson and your mother to find you. You cleaned up real quick for someone who just got his ass beat in the other sewers. Like an hour ago. The manager and my mom, huh? Bunch of busybodies. Well, for the moment, we can see that you're fine. We'll talk about what comes next after we deal with these guys. You better be ready to show us a good time after you ruined all our fun. Make sure you get your hands on Eddie. It'll be a pain in the ass if he runs off again. Don't worry about me. I've dealt with my fair share of punks before. Of that, I have no doubt. Anyway. Yeah, that's right. Get out of here. One button chain. If that had gone any longer, I might have been in trouble. Give up. You have no chance of winning. Unless you wish to be needlessly injured, I suggest you surrender. Shut up. We ain't going down that easily. Come on. Get up. I'll call the others. These guys don't know when to quit. Guys who can't tell when to give up aren't exactly popular with the ladies, you know. I sure am tired, though. It's okay if I take a little nap here, right? Why would that ever be okay? If you're tired, then you're more than welcome to have a rest in our hotel suite. Hey, the super president. You're with the Bank of Edith. They're the ones from the fake kidnapping case, aren't they? I heard the old man was her bodyguard. What are you doing here? Especially you, Berzelia. You promised you'd stay out of trouble. That's my line, Eddie. You knew you'd be in danger, but you still ran off on your own. If you don't want to cause trouble, then don't make others worry on your behalf. I see. I believe I understand the issue now. Let me be clear. Eddie is no longer involved with Desire. In fact, he's been received as an important guest at our hotel. I'd like to ask that you take your leave. If you bring harm to our guest in any way, shape, or form, we will show no mercy. What a pain in the ass. Screw it. There's no benefit to bagging Eddie anymore. Let's just clear out. Are you kidding? We're going to give up just like that? You don't get it, do you? Bringing him in wasn't going to make us any Mira anyway. And with these guys involved, the costs outweigh the benefit. So, I'm free? I don't have to keep hiding? Mr. Rumsfeld, thank you for your help. It seems you were far more involved than I'd imagined. Care to explain how you ended up here? Of course, we've known Eddie for a while now. You could say we only did what we could to help him. However, you must all be exhausted after that incident. Rather than standing around in a sewer, why not return to us to a more comfortable lodgings? Do I not get to make a choice? Is it just going to be Grey Law? Or Chaos Law? So, in other words, you were holed up around here the entire time. Yeah, as soon as the other gangs started taking revenge, I figured it was only a matter of time before they came for me. I didn't want to cause any trouble for my ma, so I thought I'd just lay low till it all blew over. Actually, I started chatting with Berzelia here through some orb mail some time ago. When he suddenly stopped answering my messages, I was worried sick. I felt like I had no choice but to put a search out for him. Oh, the love. We finally found him taking shelter in an abandoned building. Of course, Eddie was hesitant to come with us, but we couldn't just leave him all alone and defenseless. I owe him a lot, so I want to do everything I could to help him in turn. That's right, he helped to resolve the kidnapping situation you were involved in, didn't he? Ah, I remember now. Van's note said something about Eddie thwarting the leader of Desire's real goal. Well then, I trust you now understand why we were so adamant on protecting Eddie. Originally, we had intended to offer him a place to stay in safety. However, he eventually ended up running off into the danger all on his own. I suspect you can surmise the rest. I know they did me a solid by covering for me. I shouldn't have run off like that. But those rats started bringing in people who had nothing to do with any of this. I couldn't let that happen. You've truly matured, Eddie. However, it should be known that Miss Berzelia was the one to decide on coming to your aid. He was so brave for standing up to them, I just wanted to give him a hand. Wow, I guess I really owe you one, huh? Well, aren't you two an interesting pair? I suppose it's more of a sibling relationship, though. Much different from me and S. Yeah, sure. Anyway. You've already contacted Thompson. He should be here soon. I see, it looks like I made him worry too. Do you think he'll be mad? I know everything's settled down, but if he or my ma got wrapped up in this, I don't think you need to worry about that. Those gang members mentioned that they weren't getting much benefit from targeting former Desire members. I think they've given up on pursuing you any further. Eddie, you should be safe. I've already reported the situation to the guild. Any hunt of theirs will be put to an immediate end. Wow, you already gave a report to the guild? You've really got your stuff together, Blade Lady. Huh, guess that means I don't need to go back to hiding then. You found Eddie? Thompson, I'm sorry for making you worry. There's no need to apologize. I heard you had a lot on your plate. From now on, I hope you'll feel you can come to me for any help you might need. And you all, thank you very much. It seems you went well beyond just finding the boy. I'll be sure to send the payment over as soon as I can. Thank you. We were happy to help. Another successful day of substitute sprigging. I'd also like to thank everyone at the hotel for all you've done for Eddie. Please, it was no problem at all. We simply returned an old favor. Yes, Eddie helped me, so it was my turn to help him. Plus, I loves him. Eddie, you should make sure to take it easy for a while. I'm sure your mother must be worried sick. I'm sorry to ask more of you so soon, but would you mind making sure he gets home safely? Yeah, no problemo. The eventually knows you're safe and sound in bed. That's you. Hey, don't go thinking you can start pushing me around. I'll go see my mom if I wanna. Can't you be a little more honest with yourself? You do care about your mom a lot, after all. Well, of course I do, but it's kind of embarrassing. Jeez, I ain't got a leg to stand on when it comes to you, Berzelia. Alright, I'll go see my ma. I'm glad to hear it. Actually, this is a good chance for you to finally meet your mom. I've been wanting to meet her for a while now. Oh, yeah, seeing as how you and Miss Berzelia plan to remain in contact, I would appreciate the chance to learn more about you. Ooh, he's gonna get with a rich hoe. It's prudent that I thank the woman who raised such a fine young man. What? You're all overreacted. Hey, you guys, say something.
Flawless for you all, do the mountain, please.
Thank you so much for finding my idiot son. And same to you as well, miss. I appreciate all the trouble you've gone to bring him back. Can't believe they actually came home with me. There's hardly any need for thanks, madam. We were just pleased to help out where we could. That being said, have you heard of the rather fantastic display of courage that Eddie gave? Yeah, even though he was being hunted, he went out of his way to help others in need. And when that happened, he said, "My goodness, to think my little troublemaker could be so brave. You don't need to go over every little thing I did. Come on, this is so embarrassing. I'm a badass." And no, you're a baby. I think we can see ourselves out. Yes, we did our best to protect the peace. For now, let's leave them be. Oh, they were just getting to the good stuff. Yeah, maybe next time.
I hope I was of assistance.
Reward deposited.
Yay, gray eyes. Yeah, anyway. That's the only 2 forest sprigs we have. Which means next time, story. Until then.
Till then.